For those of us who could be thinking about next Wednesday and we're just like, not excited, not looking forward to it. In fact, inaweza pita if it wants, because you're just gonna be in the house. Umekaa tu, umeparara, uko na matuta kwa kichwa, nothing going on. Does that sound like you? Does that... Kuja tu. No, kuja. Vile tu. Sumesema yes. Kuja tu vile uko. Actually, you're not alone. Come and join us. There's so many of us. Okay, so you can't see them, but like they're there. I promise you that they're just coming. You don't have to feel bad for yourself. No. Let's just get into it. Valentine's Day is the most romantic day of the year. That's the day that like everybody's flaunting their love. The day that like supermarkets, or even a week before, supermarkets are full of like teddy bears and chocolates and flowers all over. This is the day where you can also see the restaurants are just full of couples. In town, they're just walking and they're holding hands, and I'm just like, move. If you're at school or at work, there are just everybody around you. It's just like grand gestures. Everybody's, oh, be my Valentine's, oh, be this, oh, do this, oh, I love you. And then you just sit there in the back like, Lord, if I'm a spoon, just say that. You're trying to go home and you're being forced to buy flowers. Oh, no, flowers, no, nunulia mpua mgani. Umemwona? You show me, point me in his direction. Valentine's Day is really just the day where couples and love is all up in your face and just so sick of it. You're just looking at people's stories and people's statuses and it's like, haha, love to see that, love to see that. Cries and just starts wondering whether maybe if I did take a shower, if I did take a bath with that toast, I wonder what would happen to me. If I were to sleep on the train tracks, what would happen to me? If I were to just sleep on the road tonight, what would happen to me? I'm just curious. Today I want to talk about celebrating Valentine's Day when you are single. Because I believe that there's still so much worth celebrating. Because for the longest time, Valentine's will come around and I'm just like, I'm so beat down. I'm just complaining. I'm just crying and all of that in anticipation we'll still cry on the same day. And after. Anyway, when we got to this year, I just decided that, you know what, I'm so over it. I'm so over that narrative that every time I'm just going to be sad. So it's about time that we are able to celebrate it in our own way as a single people. We are taking the day back. We deserve to be loved too. It's about time we just get past the whole narrative of sina mtu. Kwani we si mtu? We si mtu? You're not good vibes. Alafu, kwa nini unaongea hivyo? You should be offended. Why are you disregarding yourself? Kwa unajeka to the side. Are you not enough? You're enough for yourself. Neither of us need that kind of energy, but we even need to cleanse it. Like, let's get past that. Okay, let's just sanitize a little bit. Like, ooh. There are so many types of love. We have first the romantic love that we already know of. We have the familial love where you share with your family people, your family members. Platonic kind of love. We also have like our friendship love, and also we have self-love. The reason why I am trying to bring this to light is because we're trying to get past the whole scarcity mindset of you may be lacking in romantic love. Sure, that's fine. Let's just accept that. But I promise you, out of the four that we have mentioned, you can't be lacking in all of them. There has to be something that you do have in your life. So instead of just dedicating that day to celebrating romantic love, how about this time we try and celebrate it with your friends? Maybe if it's like your single friends, decide maybe you want to exchange gifts or something like that. If it's with your family, you want to maybe spend time with them. And then for self-love, you can also spend time with yourself. Kwani who said it's a crime? It's not a crime. It's perfectly fine. I really believe that we as a society have placed so much emphasis on romantic love, romantic relationships, that it has reached a point where there's a stigma to being single. That when somebody asks you whether you're seeing someone, you're like, no. Anybody, any prospects, anything, you're like, no. And then they ask you, what is wrong with you? What do you mean what's wrong with me? What's wrong with you? Why you unani-stress kwa nini? Kuna nisumba? Being single does not mean that there's something wrong with you. It doesn't mean that you are unlovable or you are unworthy of receiving love or you're not enough. Sometimes that's just it. Some people are seeing each other and you are not seeing anyone. That's just a state in life. Maybe it's a stage in life and that's perfectly fine. So let's talk about celebrating Valentine's Day on a self-love aspect. I always say that the best part about being single is that you don't have to worry about anybody else but yourself. Does that sound selfish? Yeah. And what you gonna do? Because I guarantee you can beat me up. So this time, let's just think about ourselves. And just try to figure out which are the ways that I would like to show up for myself. I would say one way to celebrate is to show up in your love language. When we do talk about love languages, we have the ways that we like to love in. That is how you like to express your love. And the second one is the ways that you like to be loved in. The ways that you like to receive love in this case. So how would you like to receive love from yourself? Because you are showing up for you, right? With the 5 love languages, we'll just have a few examples from each one of them, and if you feel like that will be a cup of tea, you can give it a shot and see how that will go. The first one can be quality time. This is where usually, if you are with a partner, this is where usually with a partner, you're just present, you give them your undivided attention, you spend time with them. But in this case, we are not talking about a partner. So this is where you're going to be with yourself. You're going to give yourself time to focus on you. Something very simple is engaging in a hobby that you really like. Maybe if you want to watch a comfort show, you can literally just put a playlist that sets the mood and just vibe to it. If you want, you can be in nature, have like a small nice day, just go outside, touch some grass, be present, ground yourself. While you're at it, you can try some meditation. This can also be the time to self-reflect, and sit down and just look at yourself and say, hi, by the way, how are you doing? How have you been? Check in on yourself. If you want to do some journaling, like a journal prompt to be maybe why you love yourself, the things that you like about yourself. Yeah, you can write a little love letter to yourself. You can write the way that you want to show up or to continue showing up for yourself, and also the soul dates that I had mentioned. Just take yourself out on a date. The next one will be acts of service. Acts of service are where you are doing something for the person, you're showing up for them. Maybe you wanted me to do, I can fill up your gas tank, I can maybe do the dishes for you, maybe I can do this and that, but now this is for you, right? So the first thing that you can do is you can declutter or you can clean up. I know how it sounds like, why the hell would I want to be cleaning up on Valentine's? But I promise you, the next day when you wake up to a clean house, when you wake up to a clean room, you'll feel so nice. I know you will. Do something like maybe meal prepping, cook something that you want, and try to build on a healthy habit, like making sure that you've had a good diet and you have stayed hydrated, because it's about doing right by your body, and your body is going to reciprocate that, and you're going to appreciate it. You see, you put in a service and you got something back. But then you can also get all dressed up, feel nice, feel sexy, feel confident, take photos. No one has to know you did makeup and you didn't leave the house. As long as it felt good, that is the point of this all. For the girlies who are for physical touch, something as simple as skincare. You can run yourself a bath. You can have a mindful shower. A mindful shower is where you're just taking a shower and you're there. You're not thinking about nitapika nini. You're not thinking about rent italipo aje. I blame Rito. You're not thinking about many other things. You're not having the shower thoughts like, why the hell does a giraffe have all that neck and they have no vocal cords? So what's the point of the neck anyway? It's not about that. It's about being here and you're thinking about, okay, we are oiling, we are soaping ourselves, all right, and then you're thinking about the feel of the water on. Wow, it's funny because when I first read about this, I was like, this is so dumb, such a dumb idea, until I tried it, and it's actually it's so nice. Even for the skincare, it doesn't have to be something that you don't need all of these things to. Sometimes you can even just take simple soap, and you're just washing your face and being aware of how you're washing your face and all of that. After that, you're just like, oh, where was this whole time? Wow, if I would have known, I wouldn't have been struggling like this. You can also give yourself like a massage. Hata kama ni massage ya kichwa, it counts. And you can moisturize. The way the Nivea people like romanticize it, and then they're just like, they are so seriously and they're smiling. Now when I say lovely, they're smiling and you're like, wow, hata mimi nataka kujua kujipaka mafuta vile unajipaka. You can do that. For those who like gift receiving, go and get yourself something nice, something you've been having your eye on for a while. This is the day that you get to spoil yourself. If it makes you happy, go and get it. And also you can invest in yourself. By investing in yourself, it's like giving your future self a gift. You are the prize. You see where I'm going with this? Finally, words of affirmation. Compliment yourself. Tell yourself something nice. Maybe bring out a sticker, put it on your mirror, and today you're like, oh, I'm kind, I'm beautiful, I'm worthy, I'm enough. Tell yourself something nice. Once again, we can also have the love letter right back here and read it to yourself. If you have to gift yourself, then Mr. Bean, I don't know if you've seen that episode of Mr. Bean where he goes outside and kwa mlango yake, and then he throws in his letter, and then he comes back and he's like, so that is in the line of the 5 love languages. Like, how would you want to show up for yourself? All I'm really saying is dare to date yourself and do it as fiercely as you would another person. It's also very unrealistic to think and say that on that day we're not going to be triggered, you're not going to feel some type of jealousy, because it's going to happen. But for me, what I have told myself is that I can hold space for those couples, because love is a beautiful thing at the end of the day. I can hold space for them and also hold space for myself in the stage of life that I am in, as long as I do know that at the end of the day I still have other forms of love that I'm going to, that I can still experience, that I can still explore, that I can still appreciate. As we wrap this up, we have agreed that we are going to appreciate ourselves, we're going to appreciate our friends, we're going to appreciate our families on that day. While we wait for the bored up ones to come back watulete chocolates. Mimi nilishawaambia nataka chocolate gani. Usinilete ile. Hapana, usinilete hiyo. Nataka hii na tukatuma picha. This is what I want. Yeah. It's funny because I'm trying to end this video on a positive note, alafu tena neighbor anacheza inauma lakini nitazoea. Why would you do that? Honestly, why would you do that? That's why Valentine is coming. Where is your boyfriend? You are sitting at home, lonely. We can say that. Oh, what was that? Valentine's Day is the most romantic day of the year. Arguably, some people say they say that. I don't know why. For those of us who could be thinking about it, well, you don't need neither you nor I. Hii ni Kiingereza gani? Bad energy all up in this place. No. Say my name, say my name. No one is around you. Say, baby, I love you. You ain't running game. What's happening to me? I can't help but to think about it day and night. Let me cater to you, cause baby, this is your day. I am in love with you. You set me free. I can't do this thing